GST, Goods and Services Tax. Multiple choice questions, MCQ. For departmental exam, PSC exam, UPSC exams, UGC NET exam, SET, in-service exams, degree PG level exams and various other exams. Question. Who shall be empowered to levy and collect GST on supplies in the course of interstate trade or commerce? Answer. Government of India. Question. Which article of the Constitution empowered the President to constitute Goods and Services Tax Council? Answer. 279A. Question. The Goods and Services Tax Council shall, besides other recommendations, make recommendations to the Union and the state on dash. Answer. The goods and services that may be subject to or exempted from the goods and services tax, the threshold limit of turnover below which goods and services may be exempted from goods and services tax, the rates including floor rates with bands of goods and services tax, all of the above. All of the above. Correct answer, all of the above. Next question. GST on petroleum crude high-speed diesel motor spirit commonly known as petrol, natural gas and aviation turbine fuel. Answer. Will be levied from a date to be notified on the recommendations of the GST Council. Then question. GST is levied on supply of all goods and services except option A, alcoholic liquor for human consumption, option B, tobacco, option C, legal services, option D, all of the above. Correct answer, alcoholic liquor for alcoholic liquor for human consumption. Question. Which of the following taxes have been subsumed in GST? Option A, central sales tax, option B, central excise duty and service tax, option C, VAT. Option D, all of the above. Correct answer, option D, all of the above. Question. Power to make laws with respect to goods and service tax has been given by the Constitution wide Article dash. Answer, Article 246A. Article 246A. Question. The exclusive right to make laws for matters containing in List 3 of Schedule 7 of the Constitution of India has been given to dash. Answer. Both central and state governments. Question. The exclusive right to make laws for matters containing in List 2 of Schedule 7 of the Constitution of India has been given to answer state governments. Question. The exclusive right to make laws for matters containing in List 1 of Schedule 7 of the Constitution of India has been given to dash. Answer, central government. Question. Authority to levy and collect taxes in India is given to the central and state government by dash. Answer, Article 265 of Constitution of India. 265 of Constitution of India. Question. The term supply has replaced option A, the term manufacture under central excise, option B, the term sale of goods under state VAT, option C, the term provided for deemed to be provided in case of service tax, option D, all of the above. Correct answer, all of the above. Question. Supply includes import of services if such import of services. Answer, option A. I repeat question. Supply includes import of services if such import of services. Answer, option A is for a consideration, option B is for a consideration or not, option C is for a consideration and in the course or furtherness of business, option D is for a consideration and whether or not in the course or furtherness of business. Correct answer, option D is for a consideration and whether or not in the course of furtherness of business. Question. Import of services by a person from a related person or from any of his other establishments outside India shall be treated as supply. Answer, even if such import or services is without consideration, but it should be in the course or furtherance of business. Question, activities which are to be treated as supply even if made without consideration are specified in answer Schedule 1 of CGST Act. Question, any job work carried out by a job worker on another person's goods shall be treated as answer supply of services whether the job work is to be carried out by a job worker with or without any material. Question, lease or letting out of the building is treated as supply of services if such leasing or letting is answer either wholly or partly for business or commerce. Question, license to occupy land is treated as answer supply of services. Question, transfer of right in goods or of undivided share in goods without the transfer of title thereof is treated as answer supply of service. Supply of services. Question, activities which are to be treated as supply even if made without consideration are specified in answer Schedule 1 of CGST Act. Then question, which of the following activities or transactions shall be treated neither as a supply of goods nor a supply of service? Option A, services by an employee to the employer in the course of or in relation to his employment. Option B, services by any court or tribunal established under any law for the time being in force. Option C, services of funeral, burial, crematorium or mortuary. Option D, all of the above. Correct answer, option D, all of the above. Question, which of the following activities or transactions shall be treated neither as a supply of goods nor a supply of services? Answer, sale of land and building. Question, which of the following activities is treated as a supply of services? Answer, transfer of right in goods, undivided share in goods without transfer of title in goods. Question, if a business asset on which input credit is claimed has been destroyed by fire or discarded, the transaction shall answer be regarded as supply and liable to GST. Question, supply of goods from a place in the non-taxable territory to another place in the non-taxable territory shall answer not be regarded as supply if such goods do not enter into India. Question, interstate supplies is subject to answer CGST and SGST, UTGST. CGST and SGST or UTGST. Question, what is the maximum rate prescribed under CGST? Answer, 20% to 0%. Question, who will notify the rate of tax to be levied under CGST? Answer, central government as per the recommendations of the GST Council. Question, interstate supplies is subject to answer Integrated Goods and Services Tax, IGST. Question, which of the following taxes will be levied on imports? Option A, CGST. Option B, SGST. Option C, IGST. Option D, Basic Customs Duty, BCD and IGST. Correct answer, Basic Customs Duty, BCD and IGST. Question, which model of GST has been introduced in India? Answer, dual GST. Question, zero rated supply means answer export of goods or services or both and supply of goods or services or both to a special economic zone developer or a special economic zone unit. And next question, zero rated supply means option A, exempt supply. Option B, nil rated supply. Option C, non-taxable supply. Option D, none of the above. Correct answer, option D, none of the above. Question, which of the following supplies of goods is subject to reverse charge? Option A, silk yarn. Option B, cotton yarn. Option C, nylon. Option D, all of the above. Correct answer, option A, silk yarn. Question, which of the following supplies of goods made by the agriculturist is subject to reverse charge? Option A, cashew nuts, not shelled or peeled. Option B, BD wrapper leaves, 10 to. Option C, tobacco leaves. Option D, all of the above. Correct answer, option D, all of the above. The next question, which of the following supplies of goods made by the agriculturist is subject to reverse charge? Option A, raw silk. Option B, cotton yarn. Option C, raw cotton. Option D, all of the above. Correct answer, option C, raw cotton. Question, GST is payable by the recipient under reverse charge on. Answer, sponsorship services. Question, GST is payable on services supplied by an individual advocate, including a senior advocate or firm of advocates under reverse charge by. Answer, any business entity located in the taxable territory and having aggregate turnover of more than threshold exemption limit in the preceding financial year. Then next question. GST is payable on services supplied by the central government, state government, union territory or local authority by way of renting of immovable property under reverse charge by dash. Answer, any person registered under the Central Goods and Services Tax Act 2017. Question, which of the following supply of services is subject to reverse charge? Option A, services provided by business facilitator to a banking company. Option B, services provided by an agent of business correspondent to business correspondent. Option C, services supplied by a director of a company to the said company. Option D, all of the above. Correct answer, option D, all of the above. Then next question. Which of the following supply of services is subject to reverse charge? Option A, services provided by any court to a business entity located in the taxable territory. Services provided by an income tax tribunal to a business entity located in the taxable territory. Option C, services supplied by an arbitral tribunal to a business entity located in the taxable territory. Option D, none of the above. Correct answer, option C, services supplied by an arbitral tribunal to a business entity located in the taxable territory. The next question. Services provided by way of renting of a motor vehicle provided to a body corporate shall be liable to GST in the hands of. Answer, body corporated located in the taxable territory. Then question, supply of services by an author by way of transfer or permitting the use or enjoyment of a copyright covered under section 13 subsection 1 subclause A of the Copyright Act 1957 relating to original literary works to a publisher shall be liable to GST in the hands of. Answer, publisher located in the taxable territory. Question, supply of services by a photographer by way of transfer or permitting the use or enjoyment of a copyright covered under section 13 subsection 1 subclause A of the Copyright Act 1957 relating to original artistic works to a producer shall be liable to GST in the hands of dash. Answer, producer located in the taxable territory. Question, supply of services by a music composer by way of transfer or permitting the use or enjoyment of a copyright covered under section 13 subsection 1 subclause A of the Copyright Act 1957 relating to original musical to a music company shall be liable to GST in the hands of. Answer, music company. Question, rate of GST payable by the recipient liable to pay GST on reverse charge basis on GTA services shall be. Answer, 2.5% plus 2.5%. Question, services provided by a goods transport agency GTA in respect of transportation of goods by road shall not be subject to reverse charge if the GTA has paid CGST and SGST at the rate of dash. Answer, 6% plus 6%. Question, which of the following services provided by way of sponsorship is subject to reverse charge? Answer, services provided to anybody, corporate or partnership firm. Question, services by a hotel, inn, guest house, club or campsite for residential or lodging purposes are? Answer, not exempt. Question, religious yatra or pilgrimage organized by any charitable or religious trust are? Answer, not exempt. Question, fee or consideration charged in any other form from the participants shall be exempt for participation in? Answer, option A religious program or camp meant for advancement of religion. Option B, a yoga program or camp meant for advancement of yoga. Option C, a meditation program or camp meant for advancement of spirituality. Option D, all of the above. Correct answer, option D, all of the above. Question, services by way of loading, unloading, packing, storage or warehousing shall be exempt in case of? Answer, option A, pulses. Option B, wheat and rice. Option C, rice. Option D, all cereals. Correct answer, option C, rice. Then question, services by way of fumigation shall be exempt in a warehouse of? Answer, agricultural produce. Question, services by way of artificial insemination shall be exempt in case of? Answer, all livestock other than horses. Question, services by way of renting of residential dwelling for use as residence shall be exempt if the rent of residential dwelling does not exceed? Answer, option A, 20,000 per month. Option B, 40,000. Option C, 50,000. Option D, none of the above. Correct answer, option D, none of the above. Question, service provided to an educational institution by way of transportation of students, faculty and staff shall be exempt if such services are provided to an educational institution which is provided services by way of? Answer, preschool education, education up to higher secondary education or equivalent. Question, services by an old age home run by central government, state government or by an entity registered under section 12AA 12AA of the Income Tax Act 1961 to its residents aged 60 years or more, 60 years or more, shall be exempt if the consideration charged inclusive of charges for boarding, lodging and maintenance consideration is not more than? Answer, rupees 25,000 per month per member. Question, services by way of right to admission to circus, dance or theatrical performance, award function, concert, pageant, musical performance or any sporting event or planetarium shall be exempt if the consideration for admission is not more than? Answer, rupees 500 per person. Question, which of the following services are exempt? Option A, admission to a museum. Option B, admission to a national park, wildlife sanctuary, tiger reserve or zoo. Option C, admission to a declared protected monument. Option D, all of the above. Correct answer, option D, all of the above. Question, services by an educational institution shall be exempt if it is provided? Option A, to its students, to its faculty and staff. Option C, by way of conduct of entrance examination against consideration in the form of entrance fee. Option D, all of the above. Correct answer, option D, all of the above. Question, services by way of fumigation shall be exempt if it is in? Answer, a warehouse of agricultural produce. Question, services by an artist by way of a performance in folk or classical art form of music or dance or theatre shall be exempt if the consideration charged for such a performance is not more than? Answer, 1,50,000. Question, services by way of healthcare services shall be exempt if it is provided by? Answer, a clinical establishment, an authorized medical practitioner or paramedics. Question, services provided by an individual to a recognized sports body for participation in a sporting event organized by a recognized sports body shall be exempt if such individual has provided the services as? Answer, player, referee, umpire or coach or team manager. Question, services provided to a education institution relating to admission to or conduct of examination by such institution shall be exempt if such admission examination is option A up to higher secondary, option B up to up to graduation, option C up to nursery, KG, option D for all the above. Correct answer for all the above. Question: which of the following services provided to an educational institution is exempt from tax? Option A, transportation of students, faculty and staff. Option B, security services. Option C, cleaning or housekeeping services performed in such educational institution. Option D, all of the above. Correct answer, all of the above. Question: services by way of giving on hire motor vehicle for transport of students, faculty and staff to a person providing services of transportation of students, faculty and staff to an educational institution shall be exempt, provided the educational institution is providing services by way of answer preschool education and education up to higher secondary school or equivalent. Question: services by way of giving on hire to a state transport undertaking, a motor vehicle shall be exempt provided such a vehicle is meant to carry more than answer 12 passengers. Question: which of the following services provided by a goods transport agency by way of transport in a goods carriage is not exempt from GST? Option A, agricultural produce. Option B, goods irrespective of the consideration charged for transportation of all such goods for a single consignee. Option C, milk, salt and food grain including flour, pulses and rice. Option D, organic manure. Correct answer option B, goods irrespective of the consideration charged for transportation of all such goods for a single consignee. Then question: which of the services of transportation of passenger by railway is exempt from tax? Option A, in any class. Option B, in first class. Option C, in an air conditioned coach. Option D, in any class other than first class or air conditioned coach. Correct answer option D, in any class other than first class or air conditioned coach. Question: which of the services of transportation of goods by a GTA in a goods carriages are exempt from GST? Option A, agricultural produce. Option B, organic manure. Option C, milk. Option D, all of the above. Correct answer option D, all of the above. Question: services by a person by way of renting or presence of a religious place mean for general public owned or managed by a entity registered as a charitable or religious trust under section 12AA or 12AB of the Income Tax Act 1961 shall be exempt provided the room rent is less than answer 1000 per day. Question: services by a person by way of renting of presence of a religious place mean for general public owned or managed by an entity registered as a charitable or religious trust under section 12AA or 12BB of the Income Tax Act 1961 shall be exempt provided the charges for renting of premises, community halls, kalyana mandapam or open area and the like where charges are less than answer 10,000 per day. Question: which of the following services provided by Department of Post exempt from GST? Answer option A, speed post and express parcel post. Option B, agency services. Option C, life insurance. Option D, none of the above. Correct answer option D, none of the above. Question: which of the following services of transportation of passengers are exempt from GST? Option A, metered cabs or auto rickshaws including e-rickshaws. Option B, inland waterways. Option C, metro. Option D, all of the above. Correct answer option D, all of the above. Question: which of the following services is not exempt from GST? Option A, services by way of transportation of goods by road other than GTA and courier agency. Option B, services by way of transportation of goods by a goods transportation agency and courier agency. Option C, services by way of transportation of goods by inland waterways. Option D, all of the above. Correct answer option B, services by way of transportation of goods by a goods transportation agency and courier agency. Question, which of the following services by way of transportation by rail or a vessel from one place in India is exempt from GST? Option A, newspaper or magazines registered with a registrar of newspapers. Option B, agricultural produce. Option C, milk, salt and good grain, food grain including flours, pulses and rice. And option D, all of the above. Correct answer option D, all of the above. Question, which of the following is essential elements of a composite supply? Option A, supply is made by a taxable person to a recipient. Option B, supply consists of two or more than taxable supplies of goods or services or both or any combination thereof, which are naturally blended and supplied in the ordinary course of business. Option C, one of the component of the supplies is a principal or main supply. Option D, all of the above. Correct answer option D, all of the above. Question, which of the following is the essential elements of a mixed supply? Option A, supply is made by a taxable person to a recipient. Option B, supply consists of two or more individual supplies of goods or services or both or any combination thereof, but it is not naturally blended. Option C, supply is made for a single place. Option D, all of the above. Correct answer option D, all of the above. Question, two or more individual supplies of goods or services or any combination thereof made in connection with each other, made in conjunction with each other by a taxable person for a single price, where such a supply does not constitute a composite supply, shall be taxable at the rate applicable to dash. Answer, that particular supply which attracts the highest rate of tax. Question, supply comprising two or more supplies, one of which is a principal supply, which are naturally blended and supplied in conjunction with each other in the ordinary course of business, shall be taxable at the rate applicable to dash. Answer, principal supply. Question, which of the following supplies are naturally blended? Option A, rented, executed for renting of two different floors of a building, one for residential and another for commercial purpose to same person. Option B, pack of tie, belt and scarf. Option C, package consisting of canned foods, sweets, chocolates, cake, dry fruits, etc. Option D, none of the above. Correct answer option D, none of the above. Thank you.